So moving on, next part is kind of difficult. Not as hard as step 8, but still reasonably difficult to do without tearing the paper. What we want to do is outside reverse fold, and this also involves letting the model spread apart quite a bit. You want to fold it along the shoulder lines, or near to them. It probably won't go all the way back. So flatten the paper, try to roll it back. If you just try to force it back, it's likely to tear. So you have to do this very carefully. And flatten it. This is what you should have. It should be mostly covering the model. You shouldn't see much sticking out except for the back legs. And now we have to do the same thing again. Another outside reverse fold. Again, do it very carefully. Try to roll the paper. And this will start to define the neck and mane. And where exactly you do this fold will affect the part of the shape of the mane. And as you can see here, I have to adjust it a little bit since I didn't like the way it started to fold the first time. And once you have the paper where you want it, then give it a good crease to make sure it stays. So now we will start to define the head. You want to do a simple inside reverse fold and flatten. And now we need to do another inside reverse fold to define the front of the face, and this will hide the horn for the moment. You'll want the horn completely tucked within inside the head until the rest of the head is defined. So you can see it's completely hidden right now. And next, we're going to narrow the head by sort of folding it not quite in half, but partially. This is a kind of strange inside reverse fold. You need to fold the top of the head over and try to keep the rest of the paper extending from the neck as far up as possible so that it starts to define something looking like an ear. And hopefully you can see the folds clearly, although they're kind of small. So once that's done, I do the same thing on the other side. Again, making sure that the ear is defined from coming up from the neck. So now you need to make the horn more apparent. If you just do a simple reverse fold on that, it should come out fairly nicely in the middle of the forehead where it should be. And there it is. The unicorn now has a horn. So now basically all that's left to do is to shape the model. So we'll start with the mane. You can do that by performing very simple valley folds. They don't need to be creased all the way though, unless you want the mane to lie completely flat. So just crease them partially. If you fold it on both sides, the crease will show up better. It'll make it more visually obvious that there's a line there between the neck and the mane. So you can see we shaped the mane. And the shaping for the body is a little bit more difficult. I recommend starting with the underside of the body. And what you want to do is make it curved. So roll the paper inwards. And you can see it's defined a curve. And we want to do the same thing for the back, so that the back is curved as well. That will help make the body three-dimensional. And it's not always easy to make the paper curve out. Sometimes it'll try to pop in, and then you'll have to put a finger inside and pop the paper back out so that the body's round instead of concave. So now the body is shaped. Now we have to do the legs, which should, ideally you want the curve defined on the body to carry through into the front legs and also the hind legs. So we'll do it on the front legs first. And again, this is not always easy. Frequently you have to try it once and then work it and rework it until it eventually gets the shape you want. And the body may try to pop in and become concave again while you're doing this with the front legs. So now you can see the curve is nicely defined all the way from the front legs through the body. So now we need to do that on the hind legs. So there's the curve again, all the way through from the hind legs through the body and into the front legs, and doing the same thing on the other side. And the body went concave again, so I had to pop it out. And sometimes the flaps on the back legs try to pop out. So you may need to crease those a bit harder than the rest of the model to make them stay rolled in. And just a little bit more to keep the body from becoming concave. And there's the unicorn. As you can see, rotated around, give you an idea of what some of the structure should look like. And we're done.